Here is a short story about a loser who became successful through hard work. Down and out. Jake was a loser, there was no denying it. At 28, he was stuck in a dead-end job working the night shift at a gas station convenience store. His dreams of being a writer had fizzled out after college when he couldn't get any of his short stories published. He lived alone in a rundown apartment, spending most nights zoning out in front of the TV. His friends and family had mostly given up on him, disappointed at how little he'd achieved despite showing such promise as a creative writing student. Even Jake had resigned himself to a life of mediocrity and unfulfilled potential. That is, until one night behind the counter when a ridiculous thought popped into his head: I don't have to live this way. That was his wake-up call. Jake realized he had two choices: he could either wallow in self-pity as a loser, or he could finally start putting in the hard work required to make his dreams a reality. He chose the latter. Jake began writing feverishly every night after his shifts were over. He ruthlessly edited and refined his stories, studying the craft of writing obsessively. After a year of dogged determination, receiving hundreds of rejections but never giving up, one of Jake's stories was finally accepted by a literary journal. That gave him the validation and motivation to quit his gas station job and focus full-time on his writing career. The first few years were extremely lean, but Jake persisted through the struggles. Fast forward a decade, and Jake's name was on the cover of a best-selling novel, lauded by critics. Looking back, he was no longer the loser everyone thought. Through sheer grit and dedication to his craft, Jake had remade himself into a successful writer. His is a lesson that it's never too late to achieve your dreams, as long as you're willing to put in the work.